I feel like it can't be a bookish vlog without a little bit of book shopping, so I just pulled up the Barnes. Let's do our first book shopping of 2026. Like the epitome of this and no one rushing me, because I just had the best hour and a half browsing in Barnes. I felt no pressure to do literally anything. I definitely looked at the genres and sections I always look at, but because I was just by myself and taking my time, I also went to sections I don't normally browse. So I had so much fun finding new books. And I took a lot of pictures of books I want to check out from the library. I love doing that with books that I don't know if I'm gonna love them, or like mystery thrillers that I know I'm just gonna read once, so I'd rather check them out through the library. But I did buy a couple of books, so when we go home, I'll give you guys a haul. I was thinking about going to a coffee shop on our way home, but realistically, I need more than a matcha right now because I am starving, so I think I just need to go home and eat because we're going to a coffee shop tomorrow to do a bit of reading. So I figured, let's be a little bit smarter with money. We'll go to the coffee shop tomorrow, get our little matcha and all the things. So let's go home so I can give you guys this haul. We have some books that I want to talk about. It's only right to kick it off with the books that I bought from Barnes today, so I bought 2 books. The first one is Shadow Song by S.J. Jones. This is the second book in the Winter Song duology. I read this in a 24-hour readathon not too long ago, and I said that it reminded me a lot of Rachel Gillig and just the atmosphere of her books. This was very similar. Figured this was a perfect pickup to finish off the duology. The next one is I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman. I'm really excited to get to this one because it's bordering out of my comfort zone, but I've been loving books like that recently. We're picking this up. I've seen it a lot of places. I've seen a lot of people love it. This is the one that I want to take with me to the coffee shop tomorrow. These are all the books that I want to unhaul right now. So I have quite a few books in boxes from when I decorated for Christmas. So I think I have plenty more to go through eventually, but these are all the books that were out now that I know I just need to donate. We're starting off strong with 4 Christmas books. I read 3 of these. Murder on the Christmas Express. I did not like this one as much as the Christmas Murder Game, so I'm never gonna read it again. And then I did read Snowden for Christmas and So This Is Christmas. They were fun, they were fine. I'm just not gonna reread them. I feel like someone else should get them. This one, I didn't end up reading. I started it. I did not like how it started. Nothing like specific. It just like wasn't the vibe, wasn't the mood. I'm gonna go ahead and donate because I don't think I'm gonna pick it up next year either. These last 2 are fantasy. So I read Jade City. I just don't think it's for me. If I continue the duology, if I continue this, I think it'll just be for my library. This was also a DNF, over 50% in. It's Our Vicious Oaths by N.E. Davenport. I had high hopes for this. This was just way too wordy. I did not really feel the chemistry with our characters. Maybe someone else will love it. We'll make sure to donate these tomorrow. I don't know if I want to take them to my local library's bookstore or if I just want to drop them off at a little free library, so I'll think on it and we'll do that tomorrow, but I'm excited for them to have new homes. Good morning, it's the next day and we just got to the coffee shop. I'm so excited because I was browsing around this morning and I was like, maybe we should try somewhere new, but then Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf popped up. And I love their matchas so much. Question of the day, are you someone that chugs your drinks immediately or do they last hours and hours getting watered down? Because I'm someone that they last hours and hours until I'm at Coffee Bean because whatever they put in their matchas, they're so chuggable. I'm so excited. And I love this location because they have an outdoor patio area. So we have my book, I Who Have Never Known Men. I feel like I'm gonna have to repeat that a lot because I'm not gonna remember that title, but we have our book, so let's go ahead and get our matcha and head outside to read. I have a reading update for you guys. I'm a little over halfway through this book. I'm on page 97. This has been such a unique experience. I am so invested in this. I am oftentimes just like staring at nothing, thinking about the human experience and just the way humans think and operate. The psychology aspect of this is so interesting. I feel like many people probably know what this book is about, but for those that don't, you are following our main female character who is amongst these 40 women that were imprisoned in a cage deep underground. And early on, they escape and you are following their journey post that. I think what's so interesting is just like the human nature of developing routines, relationships, what you choose to think about and not think about, the ability to find normalcy. All of that is what's so psychologically intriguing about this story. I have no idea like how this is supposed to end, and I didn't even really read the back. That's just what I know about it going in and reading 100 pages. But wow. I'm really glad I picked this up. And it was so much fun to just like sit and read at a coffee shop and being outside. I was in the shade, so I felt like I was just having a nice little time. If I was just sitting in the sun, I think it would have been a bit too hot, but I had a good time. That said, you guys, I was leaving. And there was like an older couple that came out and I don't know, some of the tables are in the shade, some of them aren't. They were choosing to sit at a table in the sun, and I was like, oh hey, by the way, like I'm at a bigger table, I'm about to leave if you want to get this bigger table in the shade. And the guy was like, oh, like yeah, maybe we will. And then I think he was just trying to make conversation, and so he's like, oh, like I see you have a book, like is it good, well, you know, what's it about, kind of thing. I should have just made something up. Instead, I go, oh yeah, well, it's about these 40 women that were imprisoned, but like they escaped. He was just like, huh? What? And I was like, no, like I think it's fiction. Because he was like, oh, I hope you don't have nightmares. Oh my god. Should have made something up. Like, it is just like a colorful, you know, simple book. I should have just been like, oh, it's just like a cool book about the human experience. Way better than, yeah, I'm reading about women that were imprisoned underground. What? We are at the library, so I brought my bag of books here to donate to the bookstore part, and then I do have one book I want to return, so I checked out The Sea Witch, and I think I'm going to read it at some point. I just don't think I'm going to get to it by the time it needs to be returned, so I think we're just going to go ahead and return it today. And then, because we're here, we should take a little look at the bookstore, and we should take a little look just at like the new releases section. I feel like there's so many good books at my library, and when I was at the bookstore last time, I overheard people talking about they had like 100 to 200 books that were recently donated. So like, oh, like you should come back in like, you know, the next week. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to keep that in the back of my head. Doesn't hurt to look.
Open air, side by side we sway there in all the colors.
Good morning, it's the next day. It's a very cozy, gloomy start to our day, and I only have 30 pages left, so I figured it's the perfect opportunity to just snuggle up on the couch with my hot cup of coffee and finish this book. This was unlike anything I've ever read before, and I had such a good time. I think so many people would really enjoy this book and the way it makes you think. At the same time, I think there's probably a good amount of people that wouldn't enjoy this book because it's not like you have all the answers by the end. This book really felt like one huge human experiment where you are watching someone in such a unique position and you are seeing how humans adapt and how humans think, and like just the psychological aspect of if a human was put in a unique situation, taken out of the normal life, how would they adapt to that? And like what would you do to think about time, have any sense of time? What would you do to kind of normalize your day-to-day tasks? And I just think that was the coolest part of this and the way it made me think. This definitely made me think a lot differently than other books kind of about the human experience have made me think, and so I really appreciated this book. I think that's kind of where my tastes are leaning. I love a good fantasy romance. I occasionally love your classic like adult romance. I love a good fantasy, but I'm really loving including a lot more thought-provoking books in to my reads. This was a really good one. I'm so glad I picked it up. I'm glad that I bought it and just immediately read it. That's how I want to be book buying, because as you guys know, my little book buying ban plan is I can only use my credit card rewards and gift cards to purchase books, so it's just a way for me to limit what I'm buying. So I knew I wanted to read this. The fact that I just bought it and read it makes me feel like that's how book buying is supposed to go, so it felt so good and to really enjoy it. I think this is a book I would reread and I would annotate just to add to the experience of all the thoughts that I was having while reading it. I think a reread would be so cool. I highly recommend this if you love a thought-provoking book. If you want to get out of your comfort zone, this would be a good one. We need to do some bookish admin things this morning. I really want to stay on top of my Notion this year. So I feel like if I'm falling behind, I just need to make time like today and go through and update all of the pages. So we're going to do that. And then I want to go to Goodreads and make sure all of the books I've read so far in the year have a rating and review that need it, because I want to be better about reviews. And I need to do it in semi-real time when specific thoughts are still fresh in my brain. So I want to do that this morning, and then I'm going to reward myself by doing some junk journaling after that. We finished up with all the computer stuff, so now we get to have some fun. I need to make my Invisible Life of Addie LaRue spread. So if you followed my reset video, I think I talked about it. I'm kind of steering away from a reading journal this year because I just don't want to get overwhelmed by having Notion, my junk journal, a reading journal. I fell off the reading journal pretty early on in 2025, so I figured I would just make some bookish spreads in my junk journal for the books that I'm loving. So that's what we're gonna do. I feel so good junk journaling again. I talked about it in my last video, I think, my summer days in January, where we did my people we meet on vacation spread. But I really want to take my time with my junk journal and know that it doesn't all have to be done in one go. So if I have 90% of the stuff and then I finish it and I realize I kind of want some more things on it, that's okay. I can go and get those extra stickers, washi tapes, whatever, and finish it at a later time because I really want to love every single spread that I make. And I really love the Invisible Life of Addie LaRue one that I made. Question of the day before I end the video. What would you do with this wall behind my couch? Because I have no idea and I've been losing my mind. I've been here a year. I want to renew my lease, so I want to take the time to do something with it. I'm hesitant to do a gallery wall because I already have one over there that's forming, but it is kind of minimal and it's a bit more symmetrical. So maybe if I did one here, it could be asymmetrical, a bit more art pieces that aren't just frames, and stuff over there is like brighter with some blues and everything. So maybe here it could be more like wood pieces or just like the browns and beiges of the world where I could have different wood tones. That could be cute. I still think I want to do like 3 large frames of something. So please let me know your input. Milo and I are gonna bid you adieu. Thank you guys so much for having some bookish days with me, and I will see you in my next one.